Well, today is day 152. It's Sunday. We have 82 days till Bantam Jeep Festival, where I'm going to be mainly going to. Findlay again, I'm just going to drive my car to. So, 82 days to go. Basically 81 now since today's done for the day. So, yep. So, progress-wise on stuff, chassis outside still out there. Nothing done on it since I put it there. But, worked on the fenders. Fenders are all done. Ready for paint. That's all done. Cover. And then back sheets ready for paint. And then I have my hood in the back of the hardtop. Hood's all ready for paint besides it's dents. It needs hammered out. Hammered and bonded. So there's a big one right there, which is part of the brace inside is all bent up. So that's part of that reasoning. That could be Bondo, or trying to hammer what I can, hammer and weld that. There's a big bone here, I don't know why. And there's a bunch down here. So, yeah. I've tried to find a new hood. It's next to impossible, new, or I would rather buy used. Can't find nothing out there. Body shop guys, two of my guys are just so busy with projects. It's like $500 to fix it. Like, I'll pay up to $250. Besides that, fix it myself. In the worst case, fix it in the far future. As one friend saying, just fix what you can, make the best you can out of it. You can always go back to it and fix it later. So, at least put it back to green, fix what I can, and then paint it, call it good for now. So, that's the hood. My hardtop back wall is in good shape, but I get some rust there. Very small thin metal, sheet metal holes there. One pinhole on that side. Down the vertical back wall, they got some rust there like that. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be on this side. I have a bunch of sheet metal I have, and weld it on, and work it, tack it out. Do my best on this side, make it pretty. Then this side, just fill it with Bondo. That's the idea I have in mind. I'm not the best the one that wants to cut it out and patch it in and hope for the best because I hate doing body work, sheet metal welding. So, alright, that's this. But the hardtop itself, comparing mine to my friend Jim, he's in the UK, he just had a problem with his hardtop. I think these bolts just snapped off on his and the whole top end just lifted off the cab. It's still hinging back here. It make it all wrinkled up. Twisted the back wall, so he's due for a new top. And being in England, it's next to impossible to find parts. So, that's this. My top here, I've yet to work on it. Goal was, but my other goal was to bring the bed down here and work on that. Same thing, this one has no rust on it, but I'm finding a lot of dents. I can fix that one, but it's pretty odd right here, curled up. But most of the damage, I believe, is on the driver's side. Yeah. It's on the bottom or top side. So I don't want to do any dent work on this until my foam is all ripped out and all those panels are gone and ripped out. And hammer what I can out. Being a flat top, it will be easy to at least hammer out flat surface and try to force it on the workbench. And then the sides, I'll just try to bulb and hammer it out, and then Bondo. So that's the top pieces. So not too bad of a pace here. I have the grill. Still gonna take that apart, paint that up. And then the back bed, I'm hauling it down here. Clean out the back bed before I haul it down. And found these parts, so I have no idea what this is for. It was obviously mounted and painted on, and they took it off before they came to PA. So I don't know where this goes. My guess is a bumper grill area, but I have no idea. Then my grill insert guards. They're not blue, I'm happy. They're not white, I'm happy. So this will be easy to clean up and paint them. At least that's good. Get my hardware for the hardtop. Moisture inside. This holds. These are for these bolts here and the bolts for the wall to the cab. That's what these are for. So, brought those down. Yeah. At least these are not painted over. I'm happy about that. So that's good. But that's not. So that's good. Get these done soon. As for the hardtop itself, I got these painted today. First coat of paint. See the back window, I masked it. Cleaned up the old seal off. Painted it. Both sides done. My side panels for the hood for the engine bay. First coat, they're done. So, wood stuff's still going. I might put some coat on now. If I go in for the night. Only tomorrow they're done. So, those are done at least. Good. Well, probably use 1 can total for these 3. So, alrighty. So that's an update on those parts. And then the back bed, I brought that down from the barn. Mud flaps are still attached. I couldn't drag it on the ground normally, so I had to. It's on tire stilts. Got the tractor tilted on its sides, and then crush came down this way. And then I went ahead and put the tractor on this side, lifted it up. The tailgate, I swung it open with a strap and let the back of the base just drag in the ground. No problem. Made it down here, lift up, put on the casters, roll in the garage. Yesterday I went ahead and needle scaled all the loose rust and paint spots there is and dirt. So that's done. Today I did more this morning, and then this afternoon I went ahead and power washed it all up and clean. So when it dries up, I can go ahead and paint it. So, but in power washing, there's no drain holes. There's drain holes that are rusty holes, which isn't too many. There's only 2 holes. So those spots drain easily. The rest of the holes, there is no holes, so it's just puddling with water. And also these lips, I can't blast dirt off. So this whole side is clean, rails are clean, beautiful. But this side's all the paint and dirt piled up on this edge. So when it does dry out, I'll go ahead and get a broom and dustpan and do my best. Paint scraper, scrape it up, do my best. And clean this up. But at least this section's all done and cleaning. So, yeah, that's the bed. And then also with these, the mounted, you have your actual mounting bolts and springs. And you have these big U-bolts things. One's off, others are still on there. And that says, before you take them off, measure them. So we got measuring tape, pulled it out into a reference point. So edge of this, edge on the other side. Then I measure my marking points. So when I put them back on, I know how many inches where each spacing should be. So that should help for the future, putting those back on. So that's the bed. I did start on this side. This side's almost ready for paint already for primer. But of course there's blue spot there, blue spot there. But I'm not primarily on the sides. I'm focused on the belly. So that you're not gonna see it. This paint is expensive and a hassle to ship it. I'm gonna paint the whole belly of my bed black. Same as my cab. Cab and the bed are black below. So I'm gonna just roll and brush on black, probably matte finish, probably the same finish as this to match my radiator, my exhaust. I have black wise. So yeah, I know it's a little small shortcut, but you're not gonna see it. So I don't want to waste away. That says use a spray gun, which I think is more efficient in time. 15 minutes, spray it, the whole bed, that's fine, I get it. But other just brush on until it's thick. Mud will be here for sure. Sometime mud and stone chips, I'd rather have it thick, brush on, so that's what I'm doing. I did pull the fenders off today as well. They're off. Hardware all came off, no problem. They're all fine thread. Except for 2 of these are very bolt bent. I can hammer those out. And the mud flaps themselves. I'm thinking about painting these black again. I'm not sure. But these will be off until the thing's secured to the chassis. Then I'll put these on afterwards. Because once the belly's done, flip it up. I want it sitting on its frame rails on casters to roll it back in and then paint the upper sides. So fenders will be off till it's on the frame. And then in between, I guess, let's see how it looks. You want green or do you want black? I know green's probably the way to go, but they're black already. It'd be so much time saved if I don't have to paint green. But yet again, the mud flaps I'm putting on, new ones, these are well due to be replaced. They're also black. So I think black and black should be best. So yeah, that's my mud flaps. Alright, so that's that update on the mud flaps and the bed itself. This box here's my trailer hitch. I bought a class 4 hitch for this truck. Everyone recommends this one that fits on your frame rails perfect. And it got half off from eTrailer versus Amazon and such other sites, or $400 or $500. I paid $200 for the hitch. It's a 2-inch receiver. I couldn't have gone 2.5, a little bit bigger, but all we own is 2-inch receivers. We don't own a 2.5. If I had the toast, 2.5 size trailer, let's use pedal hitch. So I think I want a class 4 size. So that's my trailer hitch. What else? The tailgate, I gotta get that off soon for painting purposes. Plus, there's a big dent right here. I'm gonna press out the tractor. So that's that. My Pioneer tool rack, I pulled it off first thing first, and it's gonna stay off. It's gonna be in the way. And for my truck, it's set up to be, well, which side's which? Pioneer tools are on this side, I believe. Yeah. So I pulled the rack off on this side. It's on the driver's side. So the driver's side, Pioneer rack for the tools comes off. I'm putting my jerry cans here. So I might have a small storage cabinet and a spot for 2 more jerry cans to fit in. So my goal with the truck that I have is the diesel can on the fender. And then I want to have a gasoline and water 5 gallons on board. And then additional cabinets for storage. So that's that. Eventually I want to have some tow bars for this truck. So I need to figure out where to put those so they're convenient on board in case something happens. I know there's a place to store them somewhere, but I'm not sure where. I know. And then also some side steps to get into the back bed where to store the ladder at. So gotta figure those later on. So yeah, that's the update there. Alright, as for my motor's almost done. Saturday went there and pretty much finished it up. All that's left now is oil filters, fuel filters, put oil in the motor. That's it. Fan belts and fan blade. So after that we can test fire it. So my goal is to go back Wednesday, get those things on, and then Friday or Saturday test fire it to see if it runs. It runs good. Hey, it runs, and then load it up, bring it here. So possibly this coming Saturday or the weekend after, the motor will be coming into the chassis. And if it's going to go on the chassis, I want the truck in the garage by then to keep it protected from outside. So yeah, that means I need one of these things gone. Most likely the chassis could go in this bay, most likely. By then the wood, I don't need to have the wood in here. But yeah, this has to go out. So get this all stripped. I can have the chat on the bed on casters that roll around the property. I can put off that corner for now if I have to. So yeah, just trying to plan ahead. Alrighty, that's all I got for this update. So.